Before the video starts, I should probably introduce myself. Hello everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. If you're even slightly interested in farming, or just want to watch a 22-year-old farmer get some stuff done, you're in the right place. By the way guys, if you like my sunglasses, check in my video description. I have the link to the website where I bought these. If you use the code Cornstar, you'll get 10% off. As always, if you guys like the video and want to support Cornstar Farms, be sure to give the video a big old thumbs up. On the last episode of Cole the Cornstar, Daddy Cornstar and Cole started the daunting project of replacing the 50,000 bushel bin roof auger. They started by cutting an auger that was recently purchased at an auction down to size. After moving the freshly cut auger to a new location, they set out to replace all the bearings. The episode abruptly ended when Daddy Cornstar was putting on a new pulley. Looks like we have a slight change of plans. It kind of rained. So I'm going to bring the dually down to the main heated shop. I got the duals for the 7140 on here. We got a few projects we can do inside right now, so not a big deal. Just kind of annoying because we wanted to get the auger up on top of the big bin today. That's how farming goes though. You just got to kind of go with the flow. This could be fun. Let's just say the dually's not fuel efficient. We'll leave it at that. Whew. That was a little close. We got all the snoots on the corn head. Except one. It's flipped over right now, but last harvest, Daddy Cornstar was getting a little rambunctious with the combine. You see how that one's bent and that's straight? I'm gonna take him off, see if I can straighten that out. Because right now, the snoot is cockeyed a little bit, which prevents us from being able to flip it up like those ones. That little guy right there is gonna take a little bit of bending. So is he. You need oil and shit, right? My idea didn't work the best, but Cooper came in with a pipe wrench and some muscle with the sledgehammer and he fixed it right away. Would you look at that? It works! To be completely honest, when it comes to working on a lot of stuff, I am terrible at it. Cooper can just pick up anything and make it work. He's really good at that kind of stuff. I let him deal with the stuff like that. I try to keep things clean and organized so that we know where stuff is and can get things through quickly and efficiently. When it comes to stuff like that, he's good at it.
Does this remind you of you picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel? Watch your foot. Well, something's squeaking underneath here, so I'm going to look and see what's squeaking and lube it up and make it quiet again.
Mr. Popular on his Instagram again. In case you didn't know, Daddy Cornstar does have an Instagram. It's at Daddy Cornstar. All we got left on the corn head is to put this snoot back on, which is currently sitting right there, completed and ready to be put on. And I have one bolt left to tighten here on the snapping roller. started fairly late in the afternoon. We actually got a lot of stuff done here in the shop today. Basically wrapped up everything on the corn head. We got it all put back together, but when we got it on the combine, we spun the shafts one more time just to make sure nothing was hitting, and we ran into a little issue. This set of snapping rollers right here, we don't know what the deal is. When we put one on, we fought it super hard, like 2 hours super hard, hitting it with the sledgehammer. And then the other one slid on with your hand, easy as can be. And now we want to take the one that slid on super easy off, and we've been beating on it and we can't get it to budge. So we got to figure out what we're going to do with this yet, but it's 10:30 at night right now. We're getting hungry. We'll leave this for tomorrow. And then of course, we got the duals back on the 7140 here. We are definitely not professionals when it comes to putting duals on. There's definitely a little act to that. And then we drove the 2745 into the shop here, and there is a little pump under there that you can kind of bleed some diesel in the lines with. And we think the old one was leaking pretty bad, which was letting air into the system, which was causing this tractor to start pretty hard. So Cooper's replacing that right now. Then once we put that new one on, fingers crossed, that's going to work a lot better. Then as you can obviously tell, we rearranged a couple things here and there. That way we have some more room. We took the corn head trailer outside. We took the grain cart, which was on the Oliver, outside. The Oliver is currently behind the combine. We are definitely getting a lot closer to being ready for harvest. Basically, all we got to do is power wash the 2745 here, wax it, make sure it's nice and clean. The inside of the cab's already done. We got to fix the door because we don't know what the issue is with that. The solenoid on the Oliver is acting goofy, so we got our neighbor who's going to come down and look at that. And then obviously we have the one row in the corn head. Then we need to adjust the sieves on the combine. We need to check all the pumpkin levels in the combine, like transmission fluid, that kind of stuff. Pumpkin fluids, I mean like the gear oils, like, you know, in the pumpkin looking thing. Yeah, that. Then on the semis, we just got to basically check the gear oils as well. And then we got to switch 2 tires out on one of the trailers and then get the Freightliner ready. Other than that, it's just Bensite stuff. Although Bensite stuff really shouldn't be taken lightly because that always seems to take forever. Man, it just drags on. I don't know what it is about it. All right, it is a new day. We are going to run down to the main heated shop. We are going to tackle that corn head. We're going to get that snapping roller pulled off. It's not going to fight us anymore. Well, yeah, it's still going to fight us, but I think we figured out a new way we can pull it off. So we're going to give that a go. And then we got a semi wheel, actually 2 semi wheels that we need to change. As long as that, what's in the background doesn't come over, we'll be able to get that. Doesn't sound like Cooper has school this morning, so he's going to be able to help me. We're gonna try that gear puller on here. We'll see how it goes. Looks like Cooper's already tried it 3 times. He said he couldn't get it, but we're just gonna be persistent. Got this puller on here, but the only issue is I can't get this to tighten the claws all the way down because this hits right there. And I can't take that off even if I took all this stuff off. Don't know what to do now. We put a puller on it several times. It just wants to slip off. I even edged the grooves that it goes into so that they were square. Still slips off. We tried pounding it with a punch super hard for probably 15 minutes. Wouldn't come off. I sprayed some penetrating oil on there. I'm gonna let that soak in for a little while and hopefully that loosens something up. We don't really know what's catching in there. The shaft that slid onto is shaped a lot like this, so it just fit through that hole and it's sitting in there, so we have no idea why it's catching on anything because it should just slide right off, so we don't know what the deal is. Cooper's been pulling off some wheels on these semi-trailers. On the red one there was one wheel that was starting to bulge, and on this one there's a wheel that's starting to show some cords. While Cooper's doing that, we're gonna slide under the combine here. Oh, that was close to my head. And we're gonna check the hub oils and stuff to make sure everything is all up to snuff.
If you look on this tire here, Cole, it's starting to bulge, but on the side here you feel wires. Probably be easier to change it now than get out in the field the first day of harvest and have it blow. We went over and to our neighbor's, stole his puller. It's bigger than ours. So we're gonna see if that will pull a snapping roller. It's just fighting us.
The issue we were running into with the smaller one was it was wanting to slip out of the holes where the little claw thing's hooked onto the actual snapping roller.
Slide over again.
Seems like we are really good at taking jobs that should take 5 minutes and turn them into 5 hours. That is the case with this. We've been working on it for literally 5 hours today and have got nowhere with it. We're just trying to take it off. It just pulls straight off. It's the way it goes sometimes. That's the way it goes. Just gotta work with what we got. All right, guys, this is my last resort. We'll see how it works. Oh boy, Cornhead's on fire. Cornhead's on fire, oh boy. See how that one's there and that one's there? That means we finally got it to budge a little.
Well, it should come out though.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We got it off. This one's just chilling here right now, cooling down. I'm not even exaggerating in the slightest. It took us 7 hours to get these things off. We fought and fought and fought and fought and fought and fought and fought, and finally, the torch prevailed. After we whipped out the torch and did a ton of cranking on the gear puller, Dad climbed underneath with the crowbar and was able to wedge it against the back of the gearboxes to where the snapping roller was just enough to make it work. I'm glad to get that done. Tomorrow we're gonna have to tear that gearbox apart because there's a lot of play in it compared to all the other rows. Something is definitely wrong in there, so we're gonna open that up, see what we need to fix. We honestly don't know what we're doing when it comes to gearboxes, but we're gonna figure it out. While I was working on that, Dad and Cooper were finishing up on the red Volvo. They got that semi ready to go, so that's ready for harvest. We just got a couple filters to change on the white Volvo yet. Then we gotta bring the Freightliner down and do its respective trailer. There's just a bunch of grain setup stuff. Okay, that's gonna conclude the video, guys. Remember, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe. See you in the next one.